Hi everybody. So I've been thinking about what I'd like to share with you, and I've been reading you a couple stories about two angels over the last couple of months. Gabe, who's kind of like the head angel, and then Mikey, who's his trainer, getting trained by Gabe. And I thought, well, maybe it's time to leave that book. But then I read another story in there, and I thought, oh, this one sounds just really special. So I wanted to share another one with you. And I was thinking about the fire and just how comforting at this time of year it is to have warmth like this. Pretty soon we'll have summer. We'll get to go outside and do fun stuff when it's warmer. But for right now, it just seems nice to hear a story by the fire. So this is a story, again, about two angels called Gabe and Mikey. And the title of the story is It Mattered to That One. And then underneath it writes, why even try when nothing I do makes any difference? Just think about that as you're hearing this story. Sometimes you feel like I tried to make friends with this other kid, but it doesn't make any difference. They still don't like me. Or I tried, this is one I can truly relate to. I tried to practice my piano, but I still didn't get any better. I hear that from my students all the time. So just think about sometimes when you try to do things and how maybe it doesn't work out, and then you're like, oh, why did I bother? So this is a story that might help you think about that in a little bit of a different way. So Gabe, this is the head angel, says, hey, today we're going to the beach, says this to Mikey. I love the beach, says Mikey, sitting in the sand, swimming in the water, building sand castles, or just listening to the waves. Let's go, says Gabe. The beach was full of people. Look at that old man over there, said Gabe, pointing to an old man with a straw hat and skin that was tan and wrinkled from many days on the beach. The old man bent down, picked up something, and threw it in the ocean. He then moved on down the beach a few steps and did the same thing again. What's he doing? Asked Mikey. Just watch and listen, said Gabe. From down the beach came a young man running at the edge of the surf. He passed the old man and stopped, breathing heavily from his run. He asked the old man with the straw hat, what are you doing? The old man answered, there was a storm last night and lots of starfish were washed up on the beach. If I don't throw them back, the sun will dry them out and they'll be dead in a couple of hours. The young jogger just laughed and said, you're a fool, old man. Look, this beach is miles long. Why, there must be thousands of starfish stranded on it. Most of them are dead or dying already. You can't get to them all. Listen to me, old man. What you're doing just doesn't matter. The old man did not look up and did not stop. He just bent over and picked up another starfish from the beach and threw it into the water, saying gently, it mattered to that one. So Gabe, the archangel, says, time to go, to Mikey. Mikey says, what? You brought me down here to sit in the sand and watch a guy throw starfish in the water? Let's go, says Gabe. We're late for a birthday party. Mikey caught up with Gabe at a bakery on a nice street in a town called Lindenhurst. A man got out of a white van and entered the bake shop under a sign that read, Black Forest Bake Shop. Hi, Walter, said the man. Got anything for me today? Sure do, Sam. You can take all my bread from yesterday and the rolls, and you can take that birthday cake too. The woman who ordered it never came to pick it up. Be ashamed to throw it out. It's a good thing you guys at the soup kitchen are around. I hate throwing out good food. It's a good thing you're around too, said Walter. We're grateful for your bread and rolls. I guess we're a good team. Sam picked up the bread and rolls and he put the cake in its box on the front seat next to him so it wouldn't get squashed. Sam drove off to another part of town with these two angels flying right behind him. Soon he came to a store called the Mary Brennan Inn. People were lined up outside the store, quietly waiting for it to open. Hey, this is the soup kitchen where they serve more than soup to people who are hungry, said Mikey. That's right, said Gabe, but today I didn't bring you here to see that. I brought you here to see her. And he pointed to a little girl standing in line holding on to her mother's hand. Her name is Maria. Sam unloaded Walter's breads and rolls and put them in a bowl. Then he took out the beautifully decorated birthday cake and put it down at the end of the serving table along with the chicken and green beans and mashed potatoes. Maria watched Sam with eyes as big as saucers. Then she let go of her mother's hand and ran down the line. She ran past the bread and past the rolls and past the chicken with the goopy stuff, past the mashed potatoes and past the green beans. She ran right over to the birthday cake. Maria read the icing on the cake, looked up at Sam and said, "How did you know it was my birthday?" Maria's mother came up and she was crying. Maria and her mother were both crying. She said, "Maria is 7 years old today and she's never had a birthday party or a birthday present or a birthday cake before. Thank you so much." Sam was crying now too, but he dried his tears and said, "Hey everybody, it's Maria's birthday." And all the people in the soup kitchen that day sang happy birthday to Maria. She was smiling and laughing and she got her first big piece of cake. Then an amazing thing happened. A homeless woman brought Maria her very best scarf. An old man sang Maria a blues song he'd heard as a kid. People with nothing at all gave Maria some kind of a present. After a time, Maria and her mother left the soup kitchen with her presents and, of course, with the rest of the cake. The next time Sam visited Walter at his bakery to collect bread and rolls for the soup kitchen, he told Walter the story of Maria and the cake. He said, "Walter, I'm sure you figure that giving us a bunch of old bread and roll and cake doesn't matter much. But let me tell you, it mattered to Maria." So, the things to think about are, sometimes we think like the jogger on the beach. Why even bother? Why bother throwing that starfish back into the water? So you save that one. There's a million more that aren't going to be saved. Or why bother to give your food to the soup kitchen? Just throw it out. Who cares anyway? What you do sometimes makes a difference. And that's the magic and the blessing of God. God does things all the time. We have no idea sometimes that they even happened. But they do. And we are blessed to have that. Let's say a prayer. Dear God, thank you. Thank you for your gift of intervening, being part of our life, making things happen. Sometimes we don't even know. Sometimes we do. But thank you for that, God. Amen. Take care.